Okay, today we've got a client. She's got roughly a base 8 roots, but she's at least 70% grey, a little bit darker at the bottom, more 90% round the front. And we are going to take her to a silvery grey colour using the Guy Tang. We're going to go for the 10SS with the clear. But before I apply that as a toner mixed with 6 volume, we are going to pre-lighten the hair to a clean level 10. Okay, so to pre-lighten it, I've got a choice of using foils, but her hair's very short and I don't want to use the foils because it is too short. So I'm going to use the cap and pull out as many fine strands as I possibly can all over. And I prefer to do that rather than bleaching on the scalp because she is an older clientele and I don't think that look would be too nice. And because she's got a lot of grey already, let's just do the cap and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gradually pulling out little bits of hair, making sure that the tool goes in at an angle so I'm not stabbing the client, and any little loops that we get we'll end up having to comb these out as well. We've just got to make sure that there's no lumps or bumps throughout, but I'm going to do a whole head of this just so that we've got natural rootage as well as a nice colour afterwards. Okay, so I've done all the pulling out and I'm just going to comb through with my pintail comb just so that there's no loops at the roots. I'm making sure it's pulled out all the hair, otherwise you're going to get a funny colour at the roots. That looks. Okay, so we're ready to apply the pre-lightener now. So I'm just going to use the Guy Tang pre-lightener, which is the My Identity. Lifts up to 8 levels, but I'm just going to use a really weak solution because she's near enough there, so just with 6% to lighten it up, and I'll just watch it until it turns to a nice blonde colour like the inside of a banana. Okay, so that is roughly 10 grams and I'm going to put in the 6 volume of Guy Tang Permanent Developer, and we're just going to measure it up to 30. Don't want it too runny, otherwise it will go through the holes, but I want to make sure that it's nice and thick, ready to paint on to the cap. Which is nice. And just simply paint it on. You'll need to go forwards, all over, lift it all up, comb it through, and then paint it backwards all over so that it's covered both sides. But this gives a really good even result all over, and it all develops at the same time roughly. Right, so the next colour that I'm going to want is the 10SS, but I don't want it as vibrant as this because it'll look too grey for my client. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dilute it down with some crystal clear. So these are the demi-permanent range. You mix them 2 to 1. So if I mix up 5 of this, I can mix up 10 of this, so it's a little bit more, which is 15 in total. And I have to double it with this, so that's 30, and then these two will be 15. And then I will mix it in the bowl, apply it to the hair, and then I will visually watch it maybe 5 minutes, could be 10, and if it stays nice I could leave it on for the full development time, which is 20. Okay, so I've applied the toner and it's looking quite nice at the moment. It's been on for about 2 to 3 minutes, and I might leave it on for the full 20 minutes. I'm just going to see how it grabs and see how porous the client's hair is, but at the moment it's not changed that much. Okay, so this is the finished result with the toner on. I ended up leaving it for the full 20 minutes development time, as it was lifting very, very slowly and toning very slowly, should I say. So we're going to rinse it off now, condition it, cut it and style it. Okay, and this is the finished result. It's blended in really nicely. It's got rid of a lot of the warmth in there. As you can see, it's a nice creamy vanilla colour, I would say. So overall it was a nice success. Maybe next time we might be a bit more daring and go for a full head of pre-lightener.